As much as we love to hate them, dynasties are good for sports. They provide fascinating narratives, they're fun to root both for or against, and they usually achieve dynasty status because they're simply the best of the best, representing excellence at the highest level of their respective sport. They bring new fans to the game, and they create sports legends and legendary moments. According to some, the Houston Astros, as led by second baseman Jose Altuve, are a Major League Baseball dynasty. According to others, they're not quite there just yet. And in the minds of some people in the baseball world, they will never be a dynasty due to their involvement in one of the biggest cheating scandals in the history of the sport. We're going to dissect this question and look at it from every angle. We're talking about the history of Altuve's Astros. Compare them to other dynasties both in baseball and in other sports, and we'll let you decide for yourself what you think about this controversial team that seems to find itself on top of the American League year after year and might just be the most hated team in MLB in recent MLB memory. We'll leave it up to you. Are the Astros a dynasty? Are they still on their way? Or will their name forever be tarnished by the trash can scandal? The Astros are fresh off their second World Series title in 6 years. In those 6 years, they've won the American League pennant 4 times and reached the ALCS every single year. They are the second most winningest team in baseball during that span, trailing only the Los Angeles Dodgers, another team who could qualify for dynasty status with another ring or two. Like the Dodgers, the Astros seem like a lock every year to reach at least 100 wins and seem to do just about everything right. They hit for contact, they hit for power, they pitch, they run the bases well, they play defense. And like the Dodgers, they managed to put together a rock-solid roster with seemingly no weaknesses no matter who they lose to free agency or injury. Think of the players the Astros have lost during this championship window. Garrett Cole, George Springer, Carlos Correa, Charlie Morton, and now Justin Verlander. No matter who they lose, they remain a stalwart contender in the American League and a threat to win it all. Their scouting and their development departments have managed to replace Cy Young-level pitchers lost to free agency with pitchers like Framber Valdez, Christian Javier, and Luis Garcia, and replace Carlos Correa, a Platinum Glove winner, perennial all-star, and a team leader with rookie shortstop Jeremy Pena, their 2022 ALCS and World Series MVP, who, by the way, also beat out Correa for a Gold Glove. There is, of course, one rather major hiccup in the story of the Astros' ascension to greatness. In 2019, the baseball world was rocked by news of an elaborate electronic sign-stealing scheme perpetrated by the Astros during 2017 and the early part of 2018, by which they decoded opposing catchers' signs and relayed them to Astros hitters in real time via banging on a trash can. Video evidence of this was quickly discovered and disseminated, and the Astros became the most hated team in baseball, their 2017 championship called into question. Regardless, Houston went on to make the ALCS another 3 consecutive years, reaching the World Series twice and winning it last year after storming undefeated through the first 2 rounds. So is this Astros team a dynasty? What makes a dynasty exactly? And even if the Astros have racked up the credentials to be called a dynasty, are they disqualified due to the sign-stealing saga? The criteria to be called a dynasty depends on who you ask. For some, it's at least 3 championships with the same core of players or the same manager or head coach. For others, it's multiple titles and a long multi-year run of bona fide contention. That's what keeps, say, the 90s Braves or the Dave Roberts Dodgers from being called dynasties. They've got long, deep runs with bona fide championship contention, but they only have 1 ring to show for it. With a World Series victory sometime in the next couple of years, the Dodgers would likely enter dynasty territory unless people hold their 2020 shortened season championship against them. The last obvious, inarguable dynasty in Major League Baseball is the late 90s New York Yankees. You probably don't need any reminders about them. Jeter, Rivera, Pettit, Bernie Williams, Roger Clemens, Joe Torre. They won 4 World Series championships and made it to the Fall Classic a whopping 6 times. That's a dynasty. Probably the greatest dynasty that MLB has ever seen. But aside from them, you need to look to other sports to see examples of obvious dynasties in recent decades. The Jordan Bulls, the Splash Brothers Warriors, the Tom Brady Patriots, Nick Saban's tenure at Alabama, these are clear-cut dynasties. At least 3 championships, and in all cases, back-to-back championships. For some, that's another key ingredient to the dynasty recipe, back-to-back championships. For others, not so much. For MLB fans in particular, there may not be that much of a priority on going back-to-back due to the cruel and unexpected nature of October baseball. Who had the Phillies going to the World Series? Regardless, a back-to-back sure looks good on a dynasty resume. So maybe a checklist for a baseball dynasty looks like this, with a team in question only needing to hit 3 of the 4 marks. Multiple championships with the same core of players or the same manager, a deep playoff run every single year within that window for at least, say, 5 or 6 years, back-to-back championships, and maybe throw in an elite winning percentage across those regular seasons for good measure. No dynasty is perfect, right? Except the Jordan Bulls, but whatever. This checklist would give Madison Bumgarner's San Francisco Giants only 1 out of the 4, multiple championships. But for some fans, that alone is enough. So now we leave it up to you. Is this Astros team already a dynasty? Are they nearing dynasty status, or are they disqualified from contention due to the trash cans? According to our checklist, they've got 3 out of the 4, multiple championships. Granted, one championship has an asterisk by it in the minds of many. Deep playoff runs every single year within their championship window, an elite winning percentage across all those seasons. The San Francisco Giants, on the other hand, failed to reach the playoffs in 2011 and 2013, actually posting a losing overall record in 13, only to then win another world championship in 14. Is that a dynasty? Unlike the 90s Yankees, it's debatable. And so is this Astros team. According to many across the baseball world, they've still only got 1 legitimate championship. Though, of course, in the official rulebooks, 2017 is as legitimate as any other. And many MLB players like Chris Sale, Joey Votto, Lucas Giolito, Chris Bassett, and others have come out and defended the Astros 2017 championship on the grounds that they've heard many other teams were doing the exact same thing as the Astros that year. In other words, other teams may have been electronically stealing signs according to what these players have heard. Those teams just did it quieter, or with a smarter scheme than literally banging a trash can with a baseball bat. However, there is as of yet no evidence for this, and 2 wrongs don't make a right anyway. So the Astros' first championship will likely remain tainted in the eyes of many fans for years to come. What is undeniable, though, is that the Astros have posted an elite winning percentage since 2017 and have reached the ALCS every single year, winning it 4 times. They're 2-2 in the World Series and 4-6 playing for the pennant. That's a nice dynasty resume. But like the 2010 Giants and unlike the 90s Yankees, it's still up for debate. What do you think? This Astros team has been playing at an elite level for 6 years, and sustaining that level of excellence for that long is uncommon in baseball. They've won 2 championships, and they've reached the championship final round of their league's postseason every single year. To many fans, that sure looks like a dynasty. To others, they need 1 more ring. One thing is for sure, if the Astros did manage to win another ring, and win it, say, in 2023, pulling off the first back-to-back World Series victories since that dominant Yankees team, that would push the Astros over the edge into undebatable territory, giving them all 4 checks on our dynasty checklist. Unless, of course, the stain from the 2017 cheating scandal and suspicions of the cheating lasting even into the 2019 postseason never goes away.